Deadly Justice is a gripping legal thriller that revolves around themes of betrayal, justice, and the personal toll of uncovering the truth. It begins with a tense and mysterious opening involving a troubled relationship, a pending restraining order, and an implied confrontation. The narrative follows Holly Powell, a sharp former prosecutor who has just transitioned into private practice. The story takes a dramatic turn when Judge Halstead, a prominent but controversial figure, becomes entangled in a murder trial linked to his personal and professional life. Holly previously prosecuted Halstead for his wife's murder, which stirred debates on guilt and evidence. Despite the jury's guilty verdict, Halstead maintains his innocence, creating public intrigue heightened by a sensationalized TV movie and media discussions. Act I, Professional and Personal Struggles. Holly's professional life is in transition as she establishes her new practice. She is interviewed on a crime show about her role in the Halstead case. The interviewer, Dale, provokes her with challenging questions about her past decisions, sparking heated discussions. Though she is firm in her belief in Halstead's guilt, the interview places her under intense public scrutiny. Her personal life, however, is disrupted when an anonymous assailant attacks her at home, leaving a chilling note, "Your turn to lose someone." This incident draws Holly deeper into a web of danger connected to her past cases, particularly the Halstead trial. Her skepticism about the police's ability to protect her leads her to rely on her retired police chief father, James, for support. Act 2, Rising Tensions and New Relationships. As Holly navigates the fallout from her attack, she reluctantly agrees to a date with Dale. While the evening starts awkwardly, it reveals Dale's genuine interest in her and his passion for uncovering the truth behind high-profile cases. Meanwhile, Holly encounters Theo, a mysterious newcomer with a charming demeanor, raising suspicions about his true intentions. The tension escalates when Holly's office is vandalized, and her assistant, Carla, goes missing under suspicious circumstances. Desperate for answers, Holly revisits old case files, seeking patterns or overlooked evidence that could link her current predicament to her work as a prosecutor. Act 3, Pursuit of Justice. As the mystery deepens, Holly uncovers a conspiracy involving Halstead's allies who seek to discredit her and overturn his conviction. With mounting evidence that Carla's disappearance is tied to this plot, Holly teams up with Dale and her father to expose the culprits. Their investigation reveals that Theo, who initially appeared to be an ally, may be connected to the threats against Holly. The climax involves a thrilling showdown where Holly confronts the conspirators, leveraging her legal expertise and personal resolve to bring them to justice. She unravels the truth behind Halstead's crimes, proving his guilt beyond doubt and exposing the corruption that enabled his defense. Conclusion. The movie concludes with Holly reclaiming her sense of security and purpose. Her bravery and intellect not only solve the immediate crisis but also restore public faith in the justice system. Her relationships with Dale and her father evolve, highlighting themes of resilience and trust amidst adversity. Shadows of Violence. The film opens with a chilling exchange where a woman, presumably Holly's client, discusses filing a restraining order against a volatile ex-partner. The dialogue hints at the ex's high-profile nature and the threat he poses to her safety. This scene establishes the film's tone dark and fraught with danger. Soon after, the action shifts to Holly's private life, where her independence and dedication to justice take center stage. She has left the Dawes office to start a new chapter but carries the baggage of her past cases. Among these is the infamous Halstead case, her first major trial as a prosecutor. Act I, Unveiling Threats. Holly's media appearance on Real Crime with Dale brings the Halstead case back into the spotlight. The program sensationalizes the story, questioning the jury's verdict and the strength of the evidence. Dale presses Holly about whether her inexperience at the time led her to overlook key elements of the case. Tensions rise when statistics from a poll suggest that 60% of viewers believe Halstead may have been wrongfully convicted. Meanwhile, the undercurrent of danger manifests physically. Holly is attacked at her home. Her assailant tasers her and leaves a foreboding note, "Your turn to lose someone." Although shaken, Holly refuses to involve the authorities immediately, convinced that whoever is behind the attack is playing psychological games. Her father, James, a retired police chief, insists on stepping in to protect her. Holly's reluctance to rely on him highlights her struggle to balance vulnerability and self-reliance, a theme threaded throughout the narrative. Act 2, Complex Relationships. Holly's life becomes further complicated by the dynamics of two emerging relationships. Dale, the inquisitive host who challenges her convictions, begins to show a personal interest in her. Initially, she views his overtures skeptically, perceiving him as part of the media circus that has exploited her work. However, Dale's sincerity and shared interest in uncovering the truth create a gradual bond between them. At the same time, Theo, a charismatic newcomer to the town, crosses paths with Holly. His charm is disarming, but his behavior raises questions about his true motivations. A casual encounter at a bar leads to a tense exchange where Theo cryptically advises Holly to stay safe. His presence adds a layer of intrigue, forcing Holly to re-evaluate whom she can trust. The vanishing of Carla. The narrative takes a darker turn when Holly's assistant, Carla, disappears. Carla's phone and belongings are left behind in her apartment, suggesting foul play. Holly discovers her office has been ransacked, with confidential files pertaining to the Halstead case missing. The connection between Carla's disappearance and the recent threats against Holly becomes undeniable. Determined to find answers, Holly revisits her old case notes, looking for inconsistencies or clues she might have missed. Her investigation uncovers evidence of Halstead's deep ties to a powerful network of individuals willing to go to any lengths to clear his name and undermine Holly's credibility. Act 3, the truth unfolds. Holly, Dale, and James team up to unravel the conspiracy. Their investigation reveals that Theo is not the innocent bystander he appeared to be. His background is tied to one of Halstead's former associates, making him a potential ally or enemy in Holly's quest for justice. This ambiguity keeps the audience guessing as the story hurtles toward its climax. In a pivotal sequence, Holly confronts Halstead's legal team, accusing them of orchestrating the threats and Carla's abduction. The scene is marked by a tense verbal sparring match, showcasing Holly's legal acumen and unyielding determination. Simultaneously, Dale uncovers financial records linking Halstead to bribes and cover-ups. James leverages his old connections in law enforcement to secure key evidence, including surveillance footage and witness statements, that piece together the larger conspiracy. The final confrontation. The climax unfolds with Holly and her allies orchestrating a daring rescue operation to save Carla. The sequence combines elements of suspense and action, as Holly faces her fears head-on. A confrontation with Theo forces her to make a split-second decision about his allegiance. In the end, Theo redeems himself, helping Holly and Dale expose Halstead's network to the public. The legal system, which had faltered under pressure and corruption, is vindicated as Halstead's appeal collapses under the weight of new evidence. The final scenes show Holly addressing the media, reclaiming her narrative and reasserting her belief in the pursuit of justice. Conclusion, triumph and reflection. Deadly Justice ends on a reflective note. Holly emerges stronger from the ordeal, having not only resolved the immediate threats against her but also shed light on the systemic failures that allowed Halstead to manipulate the system. Her relationships with Dale and James are enriched, demonstrating the importance of trust and collaboration in the face of adversity. The movie's final moments hint at Holly's next steps, a recommitment to her legal career and a willingness to embrace personal connections. The resolution is both satisfying and open-ended, leaving room for future explorations of her journey. Themes and impact. Deadly Justice explores profound themes of morality, corruption, and resilience. It portrays the justice system as both flawed and redeemable, emphasizing the human element behind legal battles. Holly's journey resonates as a testament to the power of conviction and the courage required to face personal demons. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.